All right, back at Up and Adams on Media Road. This is Rock Gronkowski. I am in 6-inch heels, and I still look like a 6-year-old. And this is Garrett, who's filling in for Matthew Hamilton today. Now, we've been playing Prop-A-Shot with FanDuel Sportsbook all season long. Gronk, I've been kicking your ass, so I thought I'd give you a little gift in honor of the Fox Super Bowl.
Yep. So Kay went 2-4 last week. Gronk went 3-4. So the difference, you're only up 2 now, Kay.
What's the total score?
34-32.
34-32. Got it. This went from 28-3 really quick, though. You came back.
There's still a chance.
I gotta say, man,
you
crushed it.
Yeah, you were up 28-3, but the game was never over.
I am Kyle Shanahan. I forgot my playbook in my backpack.
With 2 minutes left in the game, I'm always going to be alive, and I'm always going to be ready for that deep ball just to get 6 up on the board like that.
Oh God, he's gonna Gronk spike. I'm gonna have a black eye. I see it all coming in the next 3 seconds. What do we got?
We got. So, you can make up 1 point here, Gronk. You're going to go first.
Let's do it.
1 point. We're doing real Super Bowl Prop-A-Shot up there.
This is real Prop-A-Shot.
guys.
It should be for 2 points. That's ridiculous.
There are over
One point.
500 props for this Super Bowl. Eagles, Chiefs over on FanDuel Sportsbook. Get there, bet responsibly, have a good time. We've been doing it all season. You can see how much fun we're having. Go do your thing on FanDuel Sportsbook.
It's okay, you're going to step off, and Gronk, you hit start when you're ready.
Why does he get
Fire away.
first? This is the collusion involved in this BS is unparalleled.
So how does this game work? You get 2 minutes?
Hit it, and it's 1 minute.
All right, it's just 1 minute? All right.
Okay, ready, guys? Let's count.
Long bomb is how many points?
2,
Oh, you're on.
1.
I'm going for the long bomb. Go for the screen. Go for the screen. Screen pass. This running back can't
Things
catch.
pop out on the side, too.
There we go.
There's a
There we
secret
go.
99-yard one.
Yeah. Our receivers can't catch.
Can you guys Gronk, go, Gronk, go.
Come on, cheer for me. Louder.
Go. It's enough in a minute, let's be honest here. This is absolute BS.
All right, that's 6 in a row. That's 7. Oh, there we go.
I'm really glad
I got it down.
that the regulator overlords on FanDuel Sportsbook are clearly not regulating. Okay, I get 7 minutes.
10, 9, 8,
7, 6.
Going deep.
Always clutch. Always clutch.
All right.
This is absolute BS. This entire thing, Garrett. But here we go. Good job.
400 is a good score. Gronk got 400. Kay, you got to beat 400.
I'm like Helen Moore right now. I need to do what?
Beat 400 to get this point.
It's just one worth. How do I start?
You hit the start button when you're ready.
Okay.
50, 30, and 20.
Oh, that was a nice one. There you go.
Come on, that one counts.
Go. All right, I'll add 20 to it. You gotta get it like in the hole.
You get it in the hole.
It took me a while, but I finally did. And then
I'm not gonna get a single one. Gronk was
There
a
you go.
gift to you.
All right, you got 30 plus 20, so you're at 50. So you said this counts for 1 point. No, 2 points, right?
This is a 1 point.
1 plus 1. That's still 1 point. Just
Oh,
add another point.
There's a 1 in there somewhere.
Yeah. Go, Kay.
I can't do it.
All right.
Okay.
Kay, you're doing great. Come on, Kay. Just throw it deep.
Throw it deep.
Close your eyes. Throw a Hail Mary.
Oh my gosh,
Go
this is so
bomb.
much harder than I thought it would be.
NFL blitz. Go bomb. Hurry. Oh.
Am I done?
Over.
Oh, Gronk.
That was a good try.
Whew, Gronk wins. So,
Congratulations. Not
what
bad.
does this mean?
This means Gronk now has 33 points to your 34. Let's head back to the stage to do real Super Bowl Prop-A-Shot.
Score for Prop-A-Shot season long is
Thank
30
you, Dad.
what?
It's got a point in Prop-A-Shot.
What is it, Garrett?
33-34.
Okay, and Garrett, are you coming up here to do this? Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Gronk's sitting down. We've been doing it all season. This is our final one. We will find out what happens on Sunday. It is a Gronk versus K Prop-A-Shot. I'm exhausted. What do you got?
33-34. We're going to go to UK first.
Okay.
So the line for Jalen Hurts passing this Sunday is 211.5.
Oh, I got a question first. Is there different rules for the Super Bowl Prop-A-Shot? Like,
We already gave you a point, Gronk. What else could you want?
okay, fine. And I'm only down 1, so I just got to win, and then I take home the gold.
Gotta go
So
3
I'm
for
cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
So we're doing the same kind of thing. We're
All
each
right.
doing 3.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts, 211.5, over or under K.
Oh, I think that they're going to do their thing against Saquon. He's going to have to throw. He's shown us that he can. 292 and 2 scores against the Steelers. That's the game in my head. He showed us a perfect game, best, most complete situation last week or 2 weeks ago, the NFC Championship game. I'm going to go well over this number on FanDuel Sportsbook. Over.
That's a good call. I would have taken the over there as well.
Over
How many
211.
pass yards did he throw for
NFC
last
Championship?
game in
That I don't
championship?
know. It's a good question.
I mean, he didn't throw too many times, but he completed like a good amount of his
He's going to
passes.
do his thing, and he's
So,
going to have to.
Yeah, he's going to have to do his thing. That's a good choice.
All right.
Pick. I got to
All
give
right.
you some credit there.
Okay.
Gronk, other side for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes.
All right.
Over-under is 250.5.
Oh.
Over-under.
Oh, I mean, they got a stout defense over there on the Philadelphia Eagles, but I'm going to go under, with this situation. Actually, can I change my mind
You can
mid-pick?
do whatever you
I'm going
want.
to change my mind mid-pick because I don't think that they can run the ball against the Philadelphia Eagles, so they're going to have to figure out ways to pass the ball, and they're going to have to become creative with those dump passes to get it off because that's kind of would be like their running game then. Just dish it off to a wide receiver for on a quick pass, maybe a couple screens to the running back.
Okay.
So I think they're going to throw a lot of short passes as well to make up for their run game. So I'm going over 250.5 yards for Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Over 250 for Patrick. All right, Kay. Line for Travis Kelce receiving yards, 60.5. 6-0.
Oh,
For who?
Kelce.
Over, right? Gotta go over.
I mean, has he ever not come through in the
He's
Super Bowl?
just Mr. Playoff. It's his moment. I don't know if he's done after this game. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. I don't know what his future is, but this seemed... Gronk, is this like a disrespectful over-under?
Not really.
You don't think so? 60.5 seems a little low-ski.
No, I think it's really fair. I
He
think
only had 19
60
yards last week.
Yeah, exactly. And he had 20 in the first playoff game versus the Houston Texans. I think it's fair, and I think he'll go
I'm going over. I'm
but
going over.
I think that's really fair to put him at 60.
Okay, I'm always going to bang the over, Garrett. One thing about me. Let's go. What's the next one?
Next one, Gronk, the Eagles. Saquon Barkley, rushing yards, 109.5.
Ooh. That's an easy one. I'm going over. I mean,
Is
the
it
guy
easy?
had 111 yards last
But
2 weeks
the Chiefs
ago in the
haven't
NFC
allowed a
Championship
100-yard
game.
rusher forever.
Yeah, but he had 111 yards and he didn't even play the fourth quarter. And then the other guy came in, the backup running back, and he went off for a 70-yard touchdown. And they had 200-plus yards rushing. And Saquon, they're absolutely going to feed him this game. I'm going over. And with all our picks, we're picking over. This is going to be a great game.
Do you think it's going to be high-scoring? Sean Payton said that it was low-scoring.
I'm not going to say high scoring, but there's going to be a lot of offense still.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you're going to score points, but it just means that the ball is going to be moving back and forth down the field.
How many 50-plus yard plays does Saquon have in this one?
I would say just one.
Just one.
Just one.
One
He's
big
gonna
guy.
have one breakout play, but to have two of them versus a Super Bowl caliber team like the Kansas City Chiefs, who've been there, the last 3 years basically last 5 years, over the last 7 years, they've been there. So they know how to handle situations like this, but Saquon's going to definitely break one out over 50.
Love that. Okay, and the last one? Proper shot vibes here with FanDuel Sportsbook, guys.
Last one, Kay. Eagles, anytime touchdown scorer.
Saquon.
That one's so easy. Come on.
I just think,
Come
and
on.
looking at the odds
All right.
over here, I don't know. I just think he's getting in the end zone. He's scored 5 times, guys, in the last 2 games combined. 5 touchdowns in 2 games, so I don't think that run stops here.
Me neither. Gronk, Chiefs,
Anytime touchdown scorer. I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
Let's look.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm going to go with, Patrick Mahomes is plus 400. I mean, he ran for 2 touchdowns last week versus the Buffalo Bills.
That's a pretty good one.
That's exactly who I was thinking about in my head. I should get 2 points if Patrick Mahomes, if I pick him.
You want more extra
and
points.
he scores an anytime touchdown.
Okay.
I am going to go with Patrick Mahomes, though. He ran for 2 last week versus the Buffalo Bills, and I feel like he's going to do it again possibly, in the Super Bowl. And he always comes through in the clutch situation. So Mahomes, anytime touchdown score for the Kansas City Chiefs.
We'll see. Let's recap the thing. It's Chiefs, Eagles. Of course, it's on Fox. Give me some of the behind-the-scenes Fox vibes here as we look at these prop picks. Of course, we've got Jalen Hurts over 211. Then we got Gronk's picks. Guys, go check them out over on FanDuel Sportsbook and follow our socials. Now, take me into the Fox lens of what this is going to look like. Because if I know Fox, they're going to go crazy big.
Oh, they're going crazy big, especially with the pregame show as well. Carissa and I, they've been putting out this ad out there
I
on
saw.
the TV. Hey, come party with Carissa and I. Over literally 15 people have hit me up. Hey, where's the party? And I'm like, what party? And
On
the
TV.
party that you and Chris are having. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the pregame show party. So anyone can come. We're going to be up on the stage, and then fans can just come and surround us. There's going to be drinks being served for all the fans out there as well. And we're going to be doing our thing on the pregame show, interacting with the fans. So it's going to be a party. It's going to be mayhem. It's going to be so much fun. I remember doing the Super Bowl 2 years ago as well in Arizona and having all the fans around. They just bring that energy to a whole new level.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it so great. Then the halftime show, we got 2 segments, which, you know, we're just going to be breaking down the game, and then the post.
I feel like you've really studied this game in a crazy way. Like, you know all of your shit on all of these sides of the matchup. I was talking to a former teammate of yours and a former rival of yours, Chris Long, yesterday. You have 4 rings, he has 2. I asked him who's making the game-breaking play. We talked a little Brandon Graham. Might be a sensitive subject for you, of course. Who do you think that it comes down to, this, like, game? Who can make that game-changing X-factor play?
That's a great question, because me and Chris Long are on a similar page with his answer. He said Brandon Graham, who's an unbelievable player. He's a veteran.
Can't believe he's playing
for the
this
last
weekend. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I played versus him when in the Super Bowl when they beat us in 2018.
And he made a game-breaking play.
And he sure did. But I wasn't going to say Brandon Graham, but I was going to say someone else on the defensive line, and I was going to say Jalen Carter. And he actually made that game-breaking play versus the Los Angeles Rams this year when he sacked Matthew Stafford. I think it was the second to final last play of the game, which then put him in 4th and long and made it really difficult for them to score, and then he had to throw it away on the last play of the game. But Jalen Carter is going to make the game-breaking play, and like I said earlier, that defensive line needs to put pressure on Mahomes if they want to have a chance to win this game. They got to rattle him in the pocket, and Jalen Carter is an absolute beast, an absolute savage, and he's the guy that can do that. And if he doesn't, it's because he's doubled and triple teamed, and then that's when Brandon Graham comes around the corner, and then he sacks Patrick Mahomes, and he makes the game-breaking play.
When you're sitting here and you're enjoying this week, and obviously the Chiefs are going for this three-peat, and you're watching one of the biggest storylines be this future Hall of Fame tight end that'll be there with you, you and some of the other amazing tight ends that are in the Hall of Fame. What are you thinking about Travis Kelce approaching this game? What do you think he's thinking about? Were you mulling your future? Were you thinking, towards, the end of your career? Like, he's got to be thinking about some of these things.
Well, I knew my very first time I retired with the New England Patriots, I knew going.
My very first time
I retired. I have
so
2
funny.
retirements under my belt, okay? But when I was going into that playoff run that we had, I knew that was my last run. But that's because I was so beat up. I was running slow. The game's not fun when you're not on top of your game. But Travis Kelce's a little different story in that situation. He looks like he's still having fun out there. He's running routes. He's crisp out there. He's getting out of his breaks. He catches the ball. He's still making moves. He looks healthy. He does not look beat up. His speed's still there. His explosiveness is still there. And that's why he had almost over 100 catches this year as well. Yeah, his touchdowns were down, but it didn't matter. His production was still up there. So his mindset going into this game, I feel like he's still going to be playing. I feel like after this year, and I feel like he's playing in the Super Bowl game to leave a legacy that's never been left before. And it's not because he's going to retire after this year. It's because he wants to leave a legacy like that he was part of the three-peat, that he was the main guy throughout the three-peat as well, and throughout this dynasty run that they're having over the last decade.
Is there any chance he wins 3 in a row, his legacy is cemented, and he walks away? How shocked would you be by that?
I would be shocked if he walked away because, like I said, he's healthy and he's running great routes out there. He's Patrick Mahomes' security blanket. And that's one thing as well, is that Patrick Mahomes is still so young. Does he really want to reach
29, Gronk.
29
so
only.
Crazy.
Patrick Mahomes, and he plays like he's 23 years old when he's out there on the field. But does he want to retire and sit back and relax and watch Patrick Mahomes absolutely be on top of his game still?
That's a great point.
And be like, wow, I can still be out there, and look what Patrick Mahomes, our star quarterback, is still doing, and I could be the main guy still and be a part of that? Nah, I'm going to play another couple more years and give it my all and just let my body finally tell me down the road, hey, it's no more. You got to finally retire. But he's still got a lot left in his tank.
I'm so curious with this idea of confidence. I know you were joking about it. Sean Payton was out here, and you were talking to Meg back there. You didn't even know it was his daughter.
Yeah, that was great. I was like, hey, Bert, like Sean, he was supposed to be off at 10:30. I was supposed to be on the show at like 10:40.
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, but I know Coach Payton.
He loves stories.
Loves stories, loves to talk, and I love it. I
Yeah.
love sitting down with Coach Payton when he
He's
was
the
with
best.
us at Fox 2 years ago. He's the best, and he's a great storyteller, and every time he talks, you tune in and listen.
So he's talking about confidence when he's out here, right? Because he's talking about, I mean, he, of course, as a Broncos coach, faces the Chiefs twice a year, lost to them on a blocked punt, sucked. But it's like, what happens in that fourth quarter with Mahomes? And he's like, when you can't fake confidence, is what he was saying. How big of a part was that really in your dynasty?
Confidence is everything.
Like, what does that really mean?
It really is.
Really?
I didn't have confidence many times in my career at the end. And
What do you mean by that?
like my last season with the New England Patriots, I was beat up. I didn't have the confidence of going out there and beating my guy one-on-one. And then Tom can see that because he's been with you for so long. He could just feel that, you know, he can feel that chemistry with you. He can just feel that personality that you're bringing out on the field that day. Hey, look at Gronk, like, you know, the smile's not bright, you know. He's not really breaking out of his breaks how he normally would. And if you can tell that a player's confidence is down, you know, you're not really getting the best out of a player. So that's what a team is all about as well. And that's what makes great teammates is
So
when
is
you're
it more
down,
than talent, more
other
than
guys come in and
preparedness,
pick you up.
more than luck. Confidence, you think, is maybe like the most important.
Yes.
Because like you can't shake the Chiefs on that. That's what they have. But I mean, the Eagles. It's just an interesting thing that like that's what the big thing about
What
the
they
Bucks
have,
is.
what the Kansas City Chiefs have, they have confidence, but they also have knowledge. And you add those two up, you can basically beat any team at any given time, even if they have more talent. And yeah, and like talking about when I wasn't really confident about myself my last year in New England, but I was finding other ways to be impactful, and I was confident that I was going to be impactful in the other ways that I needed to be.
And
like
then you
in the blocking game.
you won another freaking ring.
And won another ring. So, and plus, you got to put the team first when you're in those situations.
You don't rock those this week?
I should. Actually, I left them at home. They're in my
Really?
safe. They're in my safe. I got a big, huge safe. No one's getting in that bad boy. I have to be there for that.
You're
one.
the best.
I should have brought my rings. You're right. I haven't taken them out in over a year.
Are you going to pick the Chiefs here and then the Eagles on Fox? or are you going to do the opposite way
So
around?
I've actually been consistent here.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I was on
Make
Jimmy,
your pick.
I was on Jimmy
I
Fallon
saw it
last
with Reese
week.
Witherspoon.
Yes, she's wonderful.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
terrific. It was unbelievable to meet her. She's the best, and she's such a superstar too.
Yeah, it's like starstruck, right?
In the back
I love
room
that
with a
for you.
superstar, which is just really, really cool.
Yeah.
But so what was funny, Jimmy Fallon, I picked wrong over the last 2 years on Fallon. I picked against the Chiefs the last
okay.
2 years, and he showed me picking against him, and then he showed the score at end of the game up on his little jumbotron thing he had, and so I couldn't go against the Chiefs 3 times in a row. So I've been picking the Chiefs over the last 10 days, and I've been very consistent with it. And I have the Chiefs winning and scoring 30 points, and I have the Philadelphia Eagles scoring 26 points.
And where should people place their bets for Super Bowl this year,
Yes,
Gronk?
obviously on the #1 sports book in America,
Woo!
FanDuel. No doubt about that.
I know you're so busy this week making, I don't even know, I would just love to know the money that you're making running around doing all these brands and all these endorsements. But we've loved the partnership with FanDuel. Keep it going. You've been kicking ass on Fox. I can't wait to see your Super Bowl this weekend as well. We will be back with a couple of Bears wide receivers. Rome Odunze, DJ Moore are backstage. Puka Nacua is on the way. We'll be right back.